Okay, so iPhone 12 camera is trash. But anyway, so another thing that I've been realizing is that people don't know when God, well, some people don't know when God is working in their life. People like to believe in coincidences, but there is no coincidences in life. Like, when certain stuff happens to you, it's because God let it happen to you. And basically, it's like, say if you were driving and all of a sudden the car cut you off, and you're pissed about it for a moment, but then about say like a mile ahead, you see a CHP, and it's like, that was fate. Like, that car came in front of you because CHP was right there, and God didn't want you to get a ticket. You could have got it that way. Or if you want to take a more serious situation, like let's say you were pregnant and you fell and you were by yourself. It was nobody around. And let's say some guy randomly came out and he saw you and he's like, oh, like, like helping you, and you're like, oh my God, thank you for helping me. He's like, well, you know what? I wasn't even gonna, come out right now, but I was doing this and something told me to go do this. Yeah, that was God. God led him there to help you. Like, that's fate. Like, something is really, like, some stuff is just really fate. Like, when stuff happens like that in your life, like, that's God. That's not a coincidence. That's just what they wanted you to believe. Like, no, that's God working in your life. So sometimes just stop and just look at the signs, because he gives you signs. Like, there are signs out there. And, like, I've been blessed with the opportunity to see these signs and to not be fully blind to what God has done for me. And I know every situation, I can recall every situation where he has helped me, and I'm so grateful for it. And every time I'm down on my luck, like every time I'm at my lowest point, he is always there, and I cannot deny that at all. Anytime where I'm low on money, I don't even stress it anymore, because what I need is going to come to me every time. I'll be stressing it for a minute, like, man, like, how am I gonna get gas to go to work? Or like, man, I ain't got my, my addiction. Like, if I was smoking weed, like, man, I ain't got my stuff. Somehow, some way, my sister be like, can you come do this for me? Whatever, I give you some gas money. Or I'll randomly find money on the ground. Or like today, for instance, my sister had given me $5, and I'm like, I'm gonna put this $5 in my gas tank. So I was on my way home, and I was thinking about just going straight home and not putting the $5 in my gas tank until I had work. And I'm just like, you know what? Something was like, nah, go now. I'm like, okay. So I trust that feeling, and I went. So I go in there. I'm in line, and I give him my money, and I walk out. I go to my car. I, start filling my gas up. It surpassed 5, and I just, what the heck? It was a 10. I just, what the heck? It went to 5. I just, what the heck? I stopped the gas. Like, I stopped it. I let go. I'm like, oh my God, because I'm just like, oh my God, like, what the heck? I'm like, did somebody put that gas on the wrong number? Like, I got scared. I thought somebody's gonna come out and try to cuss me out or some stuff like that. So I stopped it, and I got in my car, and I just left. Like, and I called my sister, and I'm just like, man, you know what happened to me right now? I was just at the gas station, blah, 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 this. She's like, maybe the person behind you paid for you, Gabrielle. I'm like, you know what? I didn't even think about that. I'm like, you know what? He was trying to open the door for me before I went inside, but I was already like in front of him. So I just opened it, and he was right behind me too, and he was checking me out. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe he did pay for it. I'm like, but he should have said something because he got me out here scared and stuff. I'm thinking somebody gonna come approach me. My sister like, they can't do nothing about that. Like, and even if the story did mess up and, accidentally, gave you more money, that's on them. That's not on you. But it's like, I got a good heart. It was just like I didn't feel like getting over or nothing like that. But I had to realize, like, just be grateful and be thankful. Like, that was God. You needed that gas. Like, you needed that to get to work. And I was sitting there kind of mad at myself for a moment. I'm like, man, I should have just stayed there and pumped more. I should stay there and pump more. Like, nah, like, I needed to be grateful that I just got $10 of free gas. $10 of free gas, girl, be happy. And I'm just like, man, like, be happy, yo. He's working for you. He's been working for you. He's been working in my life. And I know this. I know that I was made for this time. And it's funny now because I'm really looking on YouTube. I'm looking at the world like, I really knew this was happening. I knew this was coming. I knew that this time was coming. I always knew this. I've been preparing myself for the longest. I've been just waiting for this time. And now that it's here, I'm literally happy. I'm content. I'm ecstatic. Like, you would think I'm fucking crazy because of how I'm feeling right now. But it's like, I know it's my time. I know I'm finna I'm already called, but I know, like, I'm really finna move. Like, I know I'm finna touch people, like, hearts. Like, I know God has a way bigger purpose for me, and I know that. And I'm ready to walk in my purpose. I'm so ready to walk in my purpose. Ain't nothing stopping me. Ain't nothing gonna stop me at all. Like, this is my time. The time is now. And God told me that back in 2017. I had made that a password of mine for something during that time, and my sister had asked me for it, and it was crazy because I told her, like, oh yeah, my password is the time is now. And my sister just, oh my God. I'm like, what? She's like, I don't know, something just moved when you said that, girl. You said the time is now. Like, she's like, man. And then now she looking and she talking to me like, Gab, you said it, that the time was now. Yes, the time is now. I've been speaking, I've been preaching on everything right now. Like, all this red pill stuff that they're talking about on YouTube, I've been preaching about how women are messing up these guys, how them thinking that their PUSSY is enough. I have a whole video on that. I'm actually going to probably attach that to, I'm probably going to attach it to another video I'm going to do, because I'm going to do a video on that, because it's real. As women, we have to take accountability to why these guys are the way that they are. It's our fault. And that's all I'm going to say on that. It's our fault. And if you don't think it's your fault, you're blind. That's all I can say. The way that these guys are is because of us, period. We messed up. A long time ago, we messed up, and now we're paying for it. Plain and simple. And it's crazy because I have this motorcycle app on my phone. At 1:11 today, I received a message from somebody on there, and it touched my heart dearly. And I don't know what moved him to tell me what he told me, but what he told me was confirmation that I am a chosen one. I know I'm a chosen one now. I know it. I feel it. At first, I didn't want to believe it. It wasn't even that I didn't want to believe it. It's just I didn't want to take on that title. I didn't want to feel like I was over people or anything like that. Like, I don't like to feel that. Like, I like to feel equal and stuff, and like I'm on the same level and stuff like that. But it's like, no, everyone keeps telling me I'm the chosen one. God keeps showing me that I am a chosen one. So I'm gonna take that title on. I'm going to own it. I'm going to walk in it, and I'm going to be a believer. And I'm gonna leave it at that.